Eighth graders, this is to help you with question 2 on CR 26. It says, which of the following relations is a function? All right, so I'm scanning down and I'm going to tell you it's this one, but I want to talk to you about why the other ones don't work. So to be a function, each x goes to 1 and only one y value. You also use the vertical line test to test if something is a function, if you're given the graphs. The vertical line test, vertical line passes through only one point on the graph to be a function. So each vertical line will pass through only one point. So to be a function, you either check each x goes to 1 and only one y, vertical line test, vertical line pass through 1 and only 1 point on that function, at most 1 point. Okay. So here, if I look here, I can see my 3x's are different, -1, -2, -3. So I can tell you -1 only maps to 3. -2 only maps to 3. -3 only maps to 3. I don't care that they all map to the same number. The point is, -1 doesn't try to go to two different values. That's definitely a function. I did a sketch of a graph here. Here, this would be -1, -2, -3, +1, +2, +3. +1, +2, +3. So -1, 3. -2, 3. -3, 3. If I draw vertical lines here, only passes through 1 point. Only passes through 1 point. Only passes through 1 point, so it passes the vertical line test. Okay? Let's talk about why the other three are not functions. A couple of items here. X equals 0. So that means I can choose any y I want, but x has to be 0. So if I start doing some points on this graph, it would be like 0, 1. X has to be 0. 0, I can pick any y I want, 2. 0, 3. I have 0, my x, trying to map to lots of different points. Not allowed. Let me do a quick sketch of letter A. X equals 0, that's ugly. X equals 0 looks like this. 0 means nowhere left or right. That's a Y. And 1 up. At 0, 1, x has to be 0. So if x has to be 0, I can't move anywhere left or right, but I could choose to move 2 up. Can't move anywhere left or right, I could choose to move 3 up. Again, it's going to be the whole entire y-axis. And guess what? If I try to draw a vertical line, oh my gosh, it passes through infinitely many points. Definitely not a function. Fails the vertical line test. And I could do the same for each of these. Like here, I choose a value for x. Maybe I'm going to choose 16. Well, or not 16. 16 is going to be hard to do. Let's do 4. 4 squared is 16. 16 minus 4 is 12. But so that tells me square root of 12, comma, positive square root of 12. Sorry. This is, and I'm getting too deep. And I'm jumping slides. Let's go to the last viewed. Sorry. If I put a 4 in here, 4 squared is 16, 16 minus 4 is 12. So I put a 16 in, I got a positive square root of 12 out, and if I put a 16 in, this means I also get a negative square root of 12 out. this is a little bit maybe beyond you, but this, if you have square roots involved, definitely not functions. And y equals x squared, again, I think I'm getting way too involved, but I'm going to tell you that graph looks something like this, and, oh, y equals x squared. That's also a function. Which of the following relations is a function? Well, there's two answers here. Y equals x squared is a function. Well, I'm glad I went through all the choices, because this will pass the vertical line test. So like here, like if I have, so y equals, I could start plugging in points. Negative 2 squared is 4, so that would be negative 2 comma 4. This might be too involved for you, and I could plug in any point. 1 squared is 1, 1, 1 would be an output. Both of these are definitely functions. Well, there you have it. Which of the following relations is a function? Well, two of them are functions. All right, I hope that helps.